All right, let's start. So grab a different color. I'm just curious to see how much or how little you know at this point. Okay, so list set A using proper set notation. A is all of this, right? So A, we're talking about everything that's inside of A. Yes. So if you want proper notation, you'd have to go from smallest to largest. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements in there. 1 mark for that. If you only have these 3 here, you don't get a mark, sorry. Set B using proper notation. So for B, you don't have to have the letter in front. You can just have the squiggly brackets, I call them. And for A12. For A12, that is for B. So if you have that, you get a mark. What property could you use to define set A? What would you say? Even numbers? Even numbers from 1 to 10? Something like that? Sorry, 12, right? 12 is part of it. Even numbers from 1 to 12. Yes? What if I only wrote even? We'll be okay today. If you put even numbers, that's fine. What's that? Divisible by 2, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, divisible by 2, even numbers, yeah. In the future, let's try to narrow it down. You look at your universal, what's the highest number, what's the lowest number, and then you know that's kind of like from 1 to 12, just the even numbers, okay? But if you have even or divisible by 2, that's fine. The property that could define B, multiples of 4 or divisible by 4. Yes. So multiples of 4 from 1 to 12. Multiples of 4 from 1 to 12. So if you have multiples of 4 divisible by 4, that's fine. You get the mark there. State the value of the complement of A. What in the world is that? It wants this. The value is of the complement of A, so it wants this. The complement is like whatever is not in there. It just wants the number of elements. So what's not A? You take away A, so whatever you're left with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I want there. So N not A is 6. There's just 6 elements. It doesn't ask you to list them, just the value of the complement. State the value of N not B. What did I show you? Did I tell you how to do this a different way? It's universal minus B. Right? So universal would be 12. There's 12 in total. Take away the ones that are in B. So you're left with 9. That's another way of doing that. Or just say not B. I don't want B. What am I left with? Everything that is around it is left over. Okay? True or false? A is a subset of B. Is A a subset of B? The answer is no. That's false. Is B a subset of A? Yes. When you see nested like this, B is a subset of A. B is a smaller portion of A. So yes, that's true. Is B a subset of the universal? Yes. Any set that you find is a subset of the universal. True or false? A and B are mutually exclusive? False, right? The mutually exclusive, we're asking for this. Okay? If A and B had not been, had nothing in common, then it's mutually exclusive. We know that that's not the case, that's why it's false. So mutually exclusive, if you want to underline it and just say, that's what we're looking for if we are looking at mutually exclusive cases. What is another word for mutually exclusive? Yeah, disjoint. Look at you guys. There you go. So some terminology. Disjoint. Yeah, so this is mutually exclusive or disjoint. I'm gonna really emphasize this. The province is always looking for, do you understand what mutually exclusive is? Do you understand it visually in a diagram? Do you have an alternate name for it? They want that. They really want to know. They want to know, do you understand what that means? Okay. Use the Venn diagram below to answer the question. So what's the value of NU? So basically you count everything. So there's 3 and 2, that's 5. And another 3, that's 8. So it would be 8. Let me address this. I just thought of a problem that I sometimes see. And today you're not going to worry about it too much. You're going to take a 1 mark deduction one time if this is what you did. Some students go 20 plus 28 plus 24. Like they actually add up everything. You know what? You're not that far off. Like I understand what you're trying to do, because before, right? If there's only one number in here, so let's say you only had 24, then that would be 1, right? So here you have a bunch of numbers. So there's 3 elements in there. So we count each of them individually, okay? This will change later on when you only, like, you will see what I'm talking about. Right now, I don't want to overwhelm you with that, but it's 8, okay? What is the value of A or B? Did I talk about that? Union? Thought I did. Union is this and this. When you unite them, you bring them together, so both of them combined, so that's 5. 3 and 2. The formula to calculate B naught. So this is really NU minus NB. Sorry about that. And what's the value of the complement of B? So we want this. So basically take away B, and what are you left with? In this case, it's 6. So you could just state 6, or you can say universal is 8 minus B is 2. You still end up with 6 no matter which way you go about it. You should get the same answer. Okay. So we've got 15 marks on this one. So a mark out of 15 at the top. Remember, overall, it's not going to hurt you that much. But I just wanted to see because terminology